Hello, my name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. and I was born July 4th of 1986. And today I want to tell a couple stories because I think that a lot of us out here are struggling in a way with working with our dogs because we see something really good and then we're just like, we want that. But yet we all need to realize something. It didn't start that way. It didn't start off with me being able to say down and he just downs. It didn't start off with me saying down and he just stays there. I don't know why this dog in specific, he just stays stuck. He's like, I'm down. It doesn't start that way. It doesn't look this way when you do it 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days, or 5 days, or even a month. I've had this dog here coming the first of the year. I've had it for 3 years now. I've had this dog, he's just turned 5 years old. He's about to be 5.5 now. This is stuff that we're continuing to keep on working on to be able to get to the position where we're like, I kind of like it. But you know what? At the end of the day, I still have a lot to continue to keep on working on with both of these dogs. They still have things that I'm like, we could do better at this. We could do more with this. We're going to be greater than this. It's always constantly going. It's always constantly cruising. And a lot of times we get stuck with hopping on a video and seeing someone doing something and you see their dog doing it and you're just like, that's what I want. But you don't know the background history of what was going on with everything before that. So it's something that sometimes we just need to hear some things sometimes to get a better understanding of what it is that we got to do. So I want to tell a story today. A little bit about myself growing up and what it is that I've come to realize about being able to be out here and do what it is that I do. And realize that I do some stuff that's just, it's got to get done, you just do it. And that's the way that I've grown up to understand. And I grew up a runner. I grew up a competitive runner. I still do the same stuff today. I just do these ultra marathons today. I'd be digging deep. But I enjoy the sport and the competition aspect of running. I don't know what it is. I love me some running. And not even just running. I love the race of the run. It's something that's super exciting. And I know there's something like this that we all have and have had in our lives. It doesn't have to come down to some sports, but it can come down to some arts and crafts, some painting, some drawing, some creating something, building something, making something, to anything, to music, we all have something that we just do and we just work on. And there's one thing that I can say to you is, when I first started running, my first national meet that I went to, I got like 100 and something place. Now, me and my dad, we could have looked at each other and said, you know, we're done. We clearly are not good at this. We got 100, I forget what it was. It was 120s, 30s, 40s. It was 100 something place. I was like, clearly we're not doing good. Clearly this isn't going anywhere. Clearly we completely just failed and it didn't turn out right. Because our expectations getting out there, of course, we're trying to win this thing, right? We're trying to be a competitor. We're trying to get on the podium. We're trying to get a medal. Well, we nowhere near medal status here. We are so far back that we're in the forgotten about land. Yeah, we're just way back there. And then the second year, the next year, the next national meet, I forgot what it was, but it was 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It was nowhere near, again, getting on that first place. And something we could have said again that next year. You know, we did a whole year of working and training, and we still didn't get it. Pretty much, we got better, but we're still nowhere near where it is that we're anticipating. And then we could have looked at each other again and said, you know what, I quit. I'm not going to do this. But no, my dad looked at me and he asked me, he's like, Anthony, what do you want to do here? And I'm like, I'm trying to win, man. I'm trying to be good at this. So that next year, we dug deep. We started working more. We started upgrading. We started doing stuff outside of practice. We started working. And then the meets before this big final one that next year, I pretty much knew and guaranteed in my mind that I was going to win it this time because of all the work that we did, because of all the success that we were seeing. And then when we finally got there, I didn't just win, but won by like, I'm no longer competing with the other people. The other people are trying to figure out, where the heck is that dude? How's he so far ahead? This isn't a story to talk about how wonderful I've done and how powerful I am, but in reality to speak more about how wonderful and how powerful my daddy is. Of realizing that things aren't going to look good at first, but you got to work at it some more. And things are going to look better even when you're working at it, but you got to continue to keep on working at it some more. And things still aren't going to look good when you're thinking that you're doing the best of the best of the best of the best. You're putting everything in it, and it's still not going to look all that great. And it's the main thing is you're going to keep on working at it and keep on working and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. Something that I was just taught day by day, every day of my entire life being around my father. He was always, always, always looking at us to continue to keep on getting to a better place tomorrow. Never to just stand still, never to just stay even, never to just say we're just satisfied here, we're good to go, and now we're done. And that's something that I'm going to say is a tragedy when we do that with dogs. We finally get them into that position where they sit really nice. They're just looking real pretty. I say the word, they do it. And then we're just like, you know what, I'm done with that. I'm going to move on to nothing else in reality. Just do nothing. He does that good enough now, so that's where we're at. That's such a tragedy because we want to continue to keep on getting better. And that's if you can do it in the house, cool. Now let's do it everywhere, in every scenario, in every situation. Let's keep pushing this more and more. Let's put him in something I realize got jammed up with one of my dogs that he's good everywhere, but he got jammed up when I took him to the soccer field. First time he's seen the balls moving. This is the first time I heard this dog bark in years. I never hear this dog bark out of just this excitement of like, oh my goodness, I want to get in it. And I'm just like, man, I thought we were good, but no, we're not good. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. It looked real good. He always looks real good. He always looks so perfect. Everything looks so right. But there's still these little things that we need to keep on working on. And it's something that we just need to focus more of our time on with working with our dogs. That you're never at a set it and forget it. I say that. I want them to be able to, I train and then I don't have to worry so much. But as far as them being able to have a better and better relationship with me, it's something I'm going to continue to keep on working on every single day, every day. I no longer want to look at my dog in a way of like, what do I need to fix because it's not right? But instead, what do I want to keep on working upon because this looks really good? That's the concept that we just don't talk about as dog trainers. We're always like, I gotta fix this, change this, do this. It's like, man, everything looks good with the dog already. Why don't we start focusing more on what the dog is doing really good and start amplifying that even more? That's the number one thing that I'm always gonna come to somebody. And I don't know what it is, but you know, you subscribe to me, you leave comments to me, I'm just gonna talk to you like you paying me. You pay me. And sometimes the language is a little different when you got money into it as opposed to just being some free information. When you got money in, you're more wanting to listen. So that's why sometimes some stories just resonate more when you got money in it. When you got $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 into this, you're gonna listen. You're gonna pay close attention because you want to figure out how to actually be able to get that success. You want to get better. You want to find something. And a lot of times I'm going to say to you again, this isn't something that you just find this one thing and it's done, it's good to go. It's something that we're going to continue to keep on working on. And it's not going to be good at first. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. When I tell you something about how to get a better recall, you're going to fail 100% of the time the first time. You know why? Because the first time that you're doing it. For me, yeah, it's going to look easy. That's why I do not want to do the videos of me showing you dogs that I'm working with. Because you're only going to get your wrong expectations, wrong mindset, wrong being, wrong everything. Because you're going to think, oh, it should be that easy. It's not going to be that easy for you. I can make things look easy. That's something that a lot of people say to me, oh, you just make it look easy. It's like, yes, and that's confusing and conflicting to us as humans. Because then you think, oh, it's going to be that simple. I just do it. It's that easy, right? And then when it doesn't come out to be that easy for you, then you quit. And then you quit in the way of just frustration that doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you that I don't care what it is. This comes down to exercise, dieting, everything. If you just stay at it, it's going to work. Promise, guaranteed. If you stay at it, it's going to work. You're going to have times that it's up and down, up. But if you stay at it, it's going to work, guaranteed. The reason that we have failures is because we just literally quit. We see it not looking so great for 1 second. We're, I'm going to bail on that. That's not what's going to work for me. And that's very, very unfortunate. Because that's all I'm going to say is we have to continue to keep on working at it and working at it and working at it. And a lot of these techniques, I'm telling you, you just keep doing it. If you watched the video of mine of how to get a better recall and you failed that first time, you do it the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the eighth, the 10th, the 12th, the 20th, the 500th time. You keep going. You keep working at it. You keep getting better. And then you're going to get to that point that now you are that professional. You've got 200 or 300, say, dogs underneath your belt to be able to say, I'm pretty good at what I do now. Now I'm going to be able to have more success and have success pretty much every single time, guaranteed. But at first, you don't know what the heck's going on. You're not even sure what you're reading still. You don't know the whole situation. That's why you keep trying it. And that's where a beautiful thing that I've realized with what I like to talk about with working with dogs comes in. The methods that I talk about is not going to put your dog in a bad case scenario. I'm not going to tell you to grab its collar and pull it to you and do this and do that because that can create hostility between you. I'm never going to ever want you to do that. I want you to be doing 100,000 reps with you being the prize and the dog realizing everything is good to go here. Not no treats involved in this if the dog doesn't come to you. Not no forcing a dog to you if the dog doesn't come to you because you're not sure what's going on. Now, when you're a professional, yeah, throw out the treat, do it the treat, use the collar, get the stuff, get it good. That's why for me, I can use certain tools and be able to help and guide people because I know how to effectively use them. Every single time, I know the right time to correct. I know the right time to praise. I know the right time to slow things down. I know the right time to jazz things up because I've done this with hundreds of dogs now. But if you're I got my one dog and this is the only dog, my first dog, it's not going to be so simple for you. So that's why I would recommend to stay the heck away from all tools, all treats, all everything, because you're going to mess up. And if you're doing this with a brand new puppy inside of your house, you're for sure going to mess up. And it's okay. But the main thing is, once you say have gone into a messed up scenario because we allow puppies to do puppy things, and we just look at our dog one day and like, oh, it's no longer a puppy. Now this is a 60, 70, 80 pound dog. Now what's going to happen? Now where we're going on? It's not so simple to just, oh, we're going to give it a treat to try to get out of it. Now you got a relationship issue. Now if you try to pay it to do things right for you, you're going to realize that you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. You're going to struggle, and you're going to struggle. And that's why for me, I have to make sure that everything is set up to make sure that you're only going to start seeing things get better slowly in slow increments. And then one day you're going to see this like just this breakthrough. You're like, wow, something's different going on here. I got a different vibe in my whole household with my dog now. Everything is looking much better. That's something that we should always be looking at, is how to be able to get that long-term success, not just short-term, you better do it because I said so success. That stuff is trash. I can't stand seeing, I don't know what it is, but sometimes when I get in watching me some dog training videos, I get a little emotional with it. When I see just things just get savage. They just go the wrong way. Oreo, get down. Leave Johnny man alone. Oreo, get down. Things just they get crazy. And it's hard to see. And it's hard to see that someone would even post that to put that online for everyone to be able to see what it is they're doing. That's the part, to me, that's just kind of wild. It's just a little mind-blowing. And it's showing you how to do some things that, granted, maybe in that professional's hands has done this 100, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 times. They can get success with it. But as far as the person that doesn't really know dogs all that well, you're going to fail. You're going to stumble. You're going to stumble. So that's why you need to make sure that the things that you're doing and things that you're working on and things that you're focusing on with your dog is going to be able to be a way to be able to build the relationship and not destroy it. That's what I'm going to say. A lot of y'all are destroying your relationships because of using treats. And I don't care what pushback I get from anybody with that, because I still just do not see the success. There's so many of these trainers. I'm trying to find y'all videos showing me how to get your dog to loose leash walk and using these treats. I'm trying to find your videos of where you're doing it in any scenario. You're at the ballpark, you're at the soccer park, you're at the park, the kids' playgrounds, and your dog is just hanging with you. Your dog is just chill. Your dog is just relaxed. I'm just waiting to see these videos. I just can't find them. I can find your videos with you hidden in the back corner. You can't hide on my property, so that's why I say even come to my property to figure this out. But you can't hide. I got too many animals. I got them everywhere out here. So there's nowhere to hide, but y'all's hiding. Going behind these discreet little places where you know no one's going to be at to show how to be able to do this stuff. And it's not realistic. We want realistic stuff here. And the realistic stuff is the stuff that takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It's taken me years in reality to convince this dog. Now, granted, if I would have done things the way that I do it today, right now, it wouldn't have taken me that long. But it's taken me years to be able to get these dogs and all of mine to be able to do what it is that they do for me. It's not something that's just, I'm a dog trainer and I got a dog, and because my dogs are not no bred, fancy, nice dogs. He's one I got from a breeder, but he's the last one. You know what the last one is all about from the breeder. That's the one that nobody wanted. Everybody passed up and skipped on. He was the last one nobody wanted. I was like, I'll take him. He's cool looking. He's chewing on me. He's savage with me. And this dog, I don't know anything about any of my dogs. I got him from the rescues, the shelters, the places, and I just have them. I don't know nothing about these dogs. And there's something that I'm going to say powerful about that. But it's something that it shows us how to be able to build that relationship and be able to get it better. Because it's something that I didn't just, in 2 weeks, in a 2-week boarding train, I got my dog looking like this and he just does that. That's not what happens. It's not reality. And that is reality when you're using force to that dog that knows that if I mess up, then I'm gonna get hurt. So I have to stay here. And that's the dog that you are always constantly controlling and managing, because you can never turn your back on that dog. But to have a dog that's just super chill and super calm, no matter what, no matter where, that stuff takes time. I'm talking years here, and a lot of people don't like to hear that. They're like, how do I get this fixed right now? It's gonna take you years to get something really, really nice. But also, think about this. Your dog, in most best cases, you're trying to keep this for 15 to 20 years. I'm hoping to keep this boy for 20 years. He's 5 years old now. I'm a fourth into this boy's life. I'm trying to keep that for 20 years. Now, if it takes me 2 years to get a really nice 20 years, that's a heck of a sacrifice that I'm willing to make to be able to get to that point of having a really nice dog. But a lot of us are stuck in this, I want it in 2 weeks. How do I get a really nice dog in 2 weeks? And that is not real. That is unrealistic expectations that you have with seeing what you're seeing. And a lot of times, again, we're seeing people's dogs do what they do. And I want mine like that. Not realizing the crazy amount of work that's behind all of that. Especially for me, having to do what I do, I have to have my dogs looking good. So I have to put a lot more time in it because unfortunately the way the game works, I have to be able to show something to somebody that says, I know what the heck I'm doing. I know how to do some things. And the one thing that I'm going to say that I know how to do is to get a dog to hang out. And that's something that I'm really, really good at. So I love to be able to just show that off. To say, hey, I do know how to do this. I don't need a million trophies and a million this. I just need to show you dog after dog. I can get to be able to relax and hang out. And I've done that with many of the dogs already. And I'm trying to get more and more to just show how simple this is to get that. But it's not something that happens overnight. It's something that we continuously keep on working on. And so if something doesn't work right away, don't just exit it as, oh, that's stupid, that doesn't work, that's failed, that's no good. No, you have to continue to keep on working on it. And you have to, if it's not looking the way you like, then you need to do more. You need to do more. You need to do way more. Because the way more that you're going to spend into it today, the better off you're going to have in the future. But the less you put into it today, the crazy madding you're going to have in the future. And I do not care what age your dog is. That's why I love changing new stuff with my dogs. I've had this boy since he was a puppy, and he does some things that I'm like, okay, now let's try to do something different, just to see the challenges that we are all having with getting a dog that we've already had, and it's 3, 4, 5 years old, and we're like, I want to change this now. Because that's not easy to do. And especially with something like that. If the dog's been doing it for 3 years with you, my rule of thumb is it's going to take 3 years to get him to get out of it. Plus another 3 years to make sure that it's never going to happen again. This takes time. He's been doing something with you its entire life. Now you're going to just come in one day and say, I don't like that, and I'll stop that, and I'll do this. It doesn't work that way. It works that way if your dog is in fear. But it's only going to work when you're constantly just always laser focused on that dog to make sure of what it's doing. And that is not realistic. What's realistic is it's going to take time, people. And keep on working on it, keep on working on it, keep on going, and keep on going. And one day it's going to be just an absolute fail. Then the next day you're still going to fail, but you're going to see a little bit better. And then a little bit better, a little bit, little bit. And then finally you're at hey, now we're no longer butting heads. But that still doesn't mean we are good to go. That now means that now because we're not fighting, now we're going to start learning. Now we're going to start doing something. And that's where the relationship with us starts to come in to get into a better place. A lot of us, our relationships with our dogs are trash. And you got to do so much to just get back to a zero so that now we can start doing things. So if you're trying to work on a recall with your dog that has zero respect for you, you got to put in work. You're going to put in work. That method I talked about yesterday, which is walking towards them, you're going to put in work. And you might as well get your minute of mind. You're going to lose some weight on this one. I'm just going to guarantee you that because you're going to get to walking. You're going to get to moving. It's going to take you time. It's going to take you a lot of time to come in. Now me, to do it to your dog, yeah, that's going to be easy because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know me, but your dog knows you. And you got 3 to 4 years of all this rapport going on with your dog, always running from you, always taking off from you. It's going to be hard for you to convince that dog of what it wants. And that's where you can fast track some things by hiring a trainer that you trust and believe in to be able to guide you, to be able to fast track it for you. But it's not available for everybody. And dog training, I don't know what it is, but it's not cheap. It's not something that's just a quick $15 and I'm going to figure out how to be able to get this, and this guy's going to come in or this girl's going to come in and help me and do what I got to do. No, this is a significant amount of money that you're going to have to pay because this is all, someone may look at it like it's easy because when people do what they do and they enjoy what they do, they make it look easy. But this is some really, really hard work, really, really mind-taxing work. This isn't just some physical taking no dog for a walk. No, you have to psychologically start playing a lot of games here to be able to get going. That's why it's not something that's so cheap. Something that a lot of people are getting confused about with working with some dogs. It's not, if it was easy and it was so simple and it should be cheap, then every dog on the planet should look good, right? But it's not the case. And that's why certain people are better because they clearly know how to get results faster. And that's why they get charged more because they're a very, very valuable person. And if it was just, again, so easy, then why isn't everything looking so great? It's not that easy. It's something that is pretty complex. But to get it in a long duration time, it's easy. But if you want it done really fast, yeah, it's going to be really, really hard. But still, you're going to be working on it over and over and over and over again. If I got a new dog today that I just decided to take, I don't know, I want to find me a Dalmatian is what I'm looking for next. I need a new running dog that can run longer than what my Shepherd can do. And I'll go find me one from hopefully some abandoned one that got left off because it was a psychopath, crazy maniac, biting, jumping, chewing, going crazy. That's my kind of dog that I like. I don't know what it is. But if I get that dog, I'm going to have expectations on that dog. Me being what I do and doing what I do all day, every day with that dog, I would anticipate 2 years of working with this dog to get it to look like something that I see back here with my Johnny, man. 2 years minimum to be able to continuously keep on working on. I'm not going to try to fast track it. I'm not going to try to force it. I'm not going to try to beat it into submission. I'm not going to try to just holler at it and force it down and just be ruthless with it. No, I'm going to be super kind with it because I want it to be nice for 15 to 20 years. And that's something that a lot of us are not paying attention to, is the back end long game here. When you set up that good foundation, you don't have to worry anymore for that back end long game. The first 10% is what you want to spend a lot of time on. So the rest of the 90% is easy. And it's something that takes time. And it takes time. It takes you continuously keep working on it over and over and over. And don't just give up. Don't just quit. Don't just bail. Don't just fail. Don't just say, oh, that's his dog. My dog would never do that. I will guarantee you and promise you this. I can get your dog to look exactly like what mine do. Overnight, no. But give me some time with it. I guarantee you that I can make yours do. Your dog is not any more complicated than the next person's. It's something that dog trainers love to just, I can't stand it when they do this. Well, I got the hard dog, so that's why mine doesn't look as good as what I would want it to be. We all have hard dogs. We all have complicated dogs. We all have stressful dogs. We all have irritating dogs. We all have extremely challenging dogs. And that's something that we all have to deal with. That's why for me personally, I love to take the dogs that someone says, this is crazy, I don't know what to do with. I'm like, I'm about to adopt that dog. Give me that dog. I want that dog. Just to show my own self. I don't need to prove nothing to nobody on this planet because no one even cares. No one cares when me and this dog started. Nobody cares. That this dude was savage. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about my other dog. This dog was the dog in the kennels that don't go in, don't touch, don't go in. Everyone in the whole facility was terrified of because he loved to bite people. Now today, I can do whatever I want, take him where I want. My daughter can hold him, take him where I want. He loves pets from anybody. He interacts with any dog, any person. He's the most chillest, coolest dog. But no one cares about where they were. They just see where it is, and they're just like, oh, that's your dog. That's how yours is easy. And then mine's not like that. I'll guarantee you that. You think that this dog is easy here, this Border Collie, he's just so calm, no, this dog is a hardcore. He is insane. He is intense. He is tough. I've seen this dude take down my 1,500-pound bull and drop him on the ground. He is wild. But what does he look like right this second? Not at all like that wildness that's going on inside of your house right now. But you just don't see, you don't know. You don't know what's going on the other side of what he is all about. That's why for him, he don't come in the house. He don't sleep in no bed. He don't hang out on the couch with me. He's specific for work. He's got a specific thing. He's got a specific task. And he needs to stay dedicated to that specific task. But you would never, ever, ever want yourself to be around a dog like this. This dog, to me, I love him. He's fun. But I got a little crazy in me. That's why I like this. But most people, it's too much for you. And you end up getting a dog like that, and you don't know what to do with it. And it's very, very unfortunate. But you can be able to get that dog to be a nice, respectable, calm, relaxed dog with continuously working at it, working. Not flipping on and watching someone's video of like, I want my dog like that, and why doesn't my dog look like that? He's got easy dogs. My dog would never do that. And again, I will guarantee you that your dog can do everything my dogs can do because I do not do anything fancy. I do not do, outside of this one, he moves the animals. I do not do anything with any of my other dogs. I don't do no fancy obedience work. I don't do no fancy agility stuff. No, I don't do nothing. All I do is hang out with them. That's all I do with my dogs. I just chill, I just relax. I just go for walks. I go to the lake, I go to the parks, I go to the trails. That's all I do. I don't do anything fancy. And it's something for me that I've continuously kept doing that to prove that every single dog can do this. It's not something that my dog is harder than yours. No. I'm going to guarantee you and promise you that. Dogs that I work are not no more complicated than this fool right here that I've been having to play with. I work with y'all dogs, and y'all's dogs, what you think is crazy, I'm just like, dude, this is easy. Like, I can't even charge you for this because this is so easy. Like, what we struggling with right here? And you'd be very, very shocked at what a actual, true, tough, challenging dog is. There's some out here, I work with some, that are they're tough. They are hard. They are not something to play around with. And I'm going to guarantee you again that that's not your dog in your home. I just guarantee you that your neighbor's dog is way more challenging than yours is. I guarantee you that. You just don't see it that way. And you don't know that because you don't work with hundreds of dogs every single year. You just work with one or two and you see a couple of your buddies and a couple of your friends. When you start seeing hundreds and thousands of dogs, you start to see the differences here of like, what the heck is going on? And that's why we have to always continuously keep working, not just giving up. Not just saying, oh, this is too hard, I'm just not going to be. No, you have to follow through and keep on working and going. and keep going. When you're tired, you're going. When you're hurting, you're going. When you're sick, you're going. When it's raining out, you're still going. When it's snowing out, it sucks some of y'all. It's snowing. I see y'all living. It was a nice 80-degree day today. But it's snowing, we going. It's too hot, we going. We doing, we're working at this. We're going to constantly, continuously keep working at it and keep going. So that one day, I don't have to do that anymore. And most of us, we don't want 50 dogs. We want one. We want two at most. So if you spend all this time on 1 or 2 dogs, you're going to have to spend a lot of time up front. And then you're going to be easier and easier and easier as it spreads out as it goes. But if you don't spend any time on it now, today, you're just going to continuously keep struggling for the remainder of that dog's life. And that's a very, very unfortunate thing that I would hope that you would just do what you got to do today, right now, right this second, to get on it, to get at it, to start to get the dog to be in a better place. Stop thinking that tomorrow I'll get there and tomorrow it'll get better. No, right now is when we're going to get there, and right now is when it's going to get better. If we don't do it now, we're not going to do it tomorrow. Because when tomorrow comes, there's always going to be something wrong that now I can't do it. No, I got to do it now. So that's me to stand here. That this comment, I just still can't get this out of my brain. Do something with your dog. It's a call of action. You want better success? You want a better dog? You want a better life? You want more freedom? You want more joy? Get up and do something right now. Right this second. Say right this second. Don't even wait till this video is over. Just hit the pause, hit the end, shut the YouTube, and get up and go work with your dog. Go do something. Just go pet them. Go hang with them. Just go stare at them. Just if they're already asleep, just stare at the dang dog like, and see how he's breathing. See what he's doing. See what's going on with him. Just do something right now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Because the more you wait, the more you're going to get frustrated. The more you get frustrated, the more you don't want to do. The more you don't want to do, the more your dog is going to get frustrated. The more your dog gets frustrated, now we're going to have some serious complications. Now you're looking for that. I need that trainer to come in with that e-collar and that prong collar because my dog don't listen to me, and I need to beat it into submission. It's so sad to me to see. This is why, for me personally, if anybody talks about those tools up front, day one on a consultation, I don't want to work with you. I fire a lot of people before I even get hired to even mess with you because I already know you want to come in and try to force your dog to listen to you as opposed to asking your dog what's going on to figure out how to be able to get a better relationship with them. So that's something that I would say to you right now. Don't get into that case that your dog is frustrated with you and wants nothing to do with you. Start working to build that relationship so that the dog's looking at you like you are the world's best thing on the planet. And I'm telling you, one thing to simply just do is something. Get up and do something. Something. You will have inspiration to do something. Even if that means to just sit down next to your dog. Your dog's already laying down. Sit down. I'm telling you, this is the best time to work with them because they're relaxed. When they're relaxed and they're laying, they're chilling, go over there and just pet them and hang out and just chill. Good boy, good girl. This looks nice. The more that you do that, the nicer your dog's going to get. That's how I got this boy to look really good back here rolling around. The more that I saw him doing what he's doing like that, I was like, buddy, I'll come and praise that. I'll come and pet that. That's why he just randomly rolls because he's like, maybe he'll come and give me some pets. He's so funny. But this is what happens. We do something and you're going to start to see things get better. So just get up and make something happen and stop just waiting because the more that you wait, the more frustrated you're going to get. And I'm telling you, you don't want your dog frustrated with you. It's dangerous looking because that's my #1 call is a frustrated dog with their owner because then that's when they start biting you. That's when they start growling and showing teeth at you. That's when they start not letting you in the bedroom anymore, letting you in your kitchen, letting you in your pantry, eating your food. Dogs are tough. They're strong. They can be what I can say is it can look evil because it can start restricting you from being able to have freedom in your household, that you're now scared of your dog. And you're so scared of it, but yet you love it. So then you're in a very conflicting situation that I'm not going to get rid of them, but yet I can't even walk around in my house around this dog. And that's a very dangerous situation for us to be in because once the dog knows that you're scared of it, oh my goodness, it's going to start pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. And that's majority of the phone calls that I get because you just don't know what's going on. And you don't want to get to that point. You want to just get up and do something right now because your dog's not in that situation yet. Because if it already is, I'm telling you, don't even watch no videos on YouTube thinking you're going to get help. You need to call someone to get inside of your home right now. Don't think you're going to send that dog off nowhere to get it rehabilitated and come back. No, you need someone to come to your house every single day and start helping you right now. If your dog is making you scared inside of your household, YouTube is not going to help you. It ain't going to help you. Someone needs to be there for you. Someone needs to support you through that. And you need to hear some hard truths straight up to you face to face to figure out how to be able to get through this and to realize that what you've been doing is not correct. And and get you on the right path. But that's something that is not the most. If you're watching this, your dog is already all right. It's pretty good. It's pretty chill. It just don't listen all the well that you want it to. And that's why just get up and do something with it. Get up and make something happen. Get up and just, again, stare at them, sit with them, lay with them, walk around the house with them. Just have them come to you. Anything, just something. And you're gonna start watching your dog get into a better place. Thank you.